Welcome and hello everyone. As we know, municipal elections are around the corner. We have Keith, a mayoral candidate for Whitchurch Stoffel, with us today on TVI. Many of us might already know Keith as a wonderful hockey player, NHL champ, as a dedicated coach for more than 13 years for Maple Leafs Edmonton teams, as a successful businessman. This special segment today with him will give us an opportunity to know his vision, goals, plans, etc. about Stoffel, how he's going to make it a better city, and yes, to know what he thinks about the South Asian community, and yes, Keith as a person. Today, this special segment will help us to have a better decision for the upcoming elections. Hello, Keith.
Hi.
Welcome to TVI segment.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, Keith, first of all, to begin with, we know you as a very good sports person. You were doing very well in sports and you got into business, and now this election. So what made this basically a sports person, an incredible sports person, to go through this type of a career change and jump into elections?
Well, it kind of starts with the fact that I'm from Whitchurch Stoffel. I was born and raised there. My grandparents lived there. My parents lived there. My children spent a large percentage of their developing years there. I have 2 grandchildren there now. I always owned a home there, summered there while I was in the hockey business, and I must say that the community gave me the necessary prerequisites to move on and have the career that I had, and I want to give something back. So I always knew that I'd end up back there permanently, and there's a need now for a change in Whitchurch Stoffel. We're saturated in dysfunction, we're bleeding and suffering in so many ways, and from a respect standpoint, credibility, the morale at the municipal office is not good, and we're bleeding financially. So with the need, and I felt like I fit the need because of my hockey background. I've been on a team my entire life, and I know how team works, and I know what strong leadership is, and we need to implement that at the municipal office and get moving in the right direction again.
So you got straight into this election thing, mayoral election thing as a first thing in this kind of political career, or the service for the city or the community, or do you have any relevant experience in this arena?
Well, not in the political world, I don't, but I'm not an inside politician, I'm an outside politician, and I'm proud of that, but there's a lot of parallels that you can draw between sports, business, and politics, if you will. You're running a municipality is running a business, and the role of my position as a mayor would be managing people and a team and being a leader. And poor leadership, as we've witnessed in Whitchurch Stoffel, has personal agendas, divides people, breeds negative behavior, and you end up in the dysfunction you're in. I've been privileged, always been on a team, and I've been privileged to have been around a lot of great leaders, and I understand leadership. Some people think that you're born to be a leader, some are, but leadership's a learned skill as well, and strong leadership has a presence that does what's right each and every day with maximum effort, treats others like they'd like to be treated, and has a unique ability to make people feel important and unite people. And when you get people united, then you can build some trust. And there's no trust at the municipal office currently, and when we can start to build some trust there, then the people of the community can trust us to be good caretakers for them. And that's, since I understand that through all my years in hockey and some in business, I have the ability to implement that into the municipal office.
Sounds great. So coming back to your transition from sports to business to this election, the top job at Stoffel, was it smooth, or there were hurdles? You can mention any, there were moments when you felt that, no, that's not right for me.
No, that didn't happen, and I'll tell you why, because we've talked a little bit about a couple of reasons why I wanted to do this, but I had to wait for a third reason to develop, and I wasn't sure it was going to happen. And I knew I had to get passionate about it. Passion is the catalyst for success. I've been around champions, superstars, Hall of Famers, if you will, and the one common denominator they all had is they had passion for what they did. And passion, automatically you give maximum effort every day. With passion, you do what's right every day. That leads to consistency. And if you're passionate about something, you'll never weaken. You'll only strengthen when you face adversity. So yes, there's going to be lots of challenges with this, but if you're passionate about it, you'll overcome those challenges.
Perfect. So how hopeful you are for this election?
Well, again, it's I don't focus on results. Obviously, the end goal is to win this, and I'm not doing this because I need a job. I'm doing this because I want to make a difference for Whitchurch Stouffville. But I don't get focused on the results. I get focused on the process, and that's each and every day doing what you're supposed to do to try to get the end result. And I've learned that in my hockey career. If you wanted to score 40 goals, you don't just say, I'm going to score 40 goals. You focus on the process each and every day of doing that. And when it comes to this with our municipality, I'm just trying to make us a little bit better than we were yesterday, and I'll do the same tomorrow.
Perfect. So what qualities, you mentioned few like leadership, passion, what other qualities do you think the sports background brings that makes you, a better candidate than others?
Well, certainly in sports it's very competitive, and you have to be a determined person, and you have to, I didn't play 1,000 games in the NHL because I had a whole lot of skill and I had size. I played 1,000 games because I worked harder than most, and I could think the game. So those two attributes, I think, apply not only to business but to this, as roll my sleeves up and give it maximum effort each and every day, work tremendously hard at it, and if you have a decent level of common sense, you can make this work.
Great. So your campaign slogan says, bring respect back to Stouffville. What it is referred to and how you're going to get it back?
Well, for those that haven't followed what's gone on in our municipality the last 4 years, we've had 2 different integrity commissioners in doing investigations. Our current mayor's had I don't know how many code of conduct violations. There's been lawsuits, severances, dismissals, an incredible amount of turnover at our municipal office. And when all-day news talk radio shows in the city of Toronto can string consecutive days together of making fun of us, I find that embarrassing, and quite frankly, it makes me mad. So, what we're known for across the province and across the country is a troubled municipality. And none of us that are living in that community like to be known for that. So bringing respect back is putting things back in order in the municipal office and having respect and credibility.
So having said that, what is your idea of a perfect city and how you are going to make Stouffville fit into those standards?
Well, there's nothing really wrong with the actual community of Whitchurch Stouffville. It's a great place to live. It's a safe environment. It's a smaller environment. It's called country close to the city. There's nothing wrong. It's like I said, it's a beautiful community, great schools, great recreation. All the things are in place there. It's just we need to fix at the municipal office because we have some challenges with some tax burdens. The residents of the community are currently paying 92% of the overall tax base, which is too high. And we need to have some business acquisition. We need to entice some businesses to come here to even out that tax ratio, if you will. So that needs to get in place, and to get that in order, then we have to get our own house in order and be respected, or we won't be able to entice these businesses to come.
So we are in conversation with Keith, mayoral candidate of Stouffville. Stay tuned to know what he plans to do and how if he gets elected, and his views on South Asian community, especially Tamil community in Stouffville. We will be back after a short break.
மேலும் காணொளிகளை காண தமிழ் விஷன் HDயை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் செய்வதோடு கீழுள்ள பெல் பட்டனை அழுத்தி அப்டேட்களை உடனுக்குடன் பெற்றுக்கொள்ளுங்கள்.
So So welcome back. We are in conversation with Keith, candidate for the mayor position in Stoffel. We learned about why he chose to run for mayoral elections and how he thinks he's the most suitable candidate for this job. Let us know Keith more. Welcome back, Keith.
Thank you.
So we heard about the list of the things there that you are going to do for Stoffel and you have in mind. What would be the prime focus areas, as a priority, first few things you are going to focus on?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, it's the first priority is rebuilding our team at the municipal office. We've had a lot of turnover, there's a lot of holes to fill there. It's watering and fertilizing relationships. It starts with the mayor and the councillors being a solid team that are acting like a team in good faith for the community, inspired to do what's right. That's first and foremost. Then it's building the team out from there with the people that work at the community. Like I said, we need to hire some people. We got holes there, and the people that are currently working at the municipal office have not had solid direction, and they've lost their hope and they've lost their energy. Mm-hmm. So we need to re-energize them, and then we need to build relationships with the people of the community again, because the trust has been broken and we need to build that trust back. And then obviously we need to repair relationships with not only the region but the province.
Yes, and how easy or difficult it would be for you to work with the province. Doug Ford is there as a premier.
Well, both the region and the province, they want us to succeed. It's in their best interest if we succeed. If we succeed, then they succeed, and we want to succeed as a municipality. But both the region and the province are they're waiting for us to clean up our municipal office and bring respect and credibility back to there, and then they'll be ready to invest in us.
Okay, so Stoffel has quite a growing diversity, that kind of population, immigrants and all. How would you ensure equal opportunities at City Hall for them?
Well, that's important to us. We embrace the diversity of our community, and everyone's important and equal, and that's our approach. That's a big priority for us, is to make sure that we make that happen.
Mm-hmm. And the Tamil community forms actually a big chunk at Stoffel. So how and what they can expect something great in store for them if you get elected?
Well, first of all, like I said, we embrace the diversity of our community, but the Tamil community is really important for us, and I'll tell you why. They're amazing people, and they set such a great example. Mm-hmm. They're honest and they have integrity, and I've experienced. I have my partners from the Tamil community in the business that I run, and I've witnessed from him each and every day how honest a person he is, the work ethic, the dedication, the commitment, the desire, and like I said, just a tremendous asset for our community in every way, and a tremendous example for all of us to follow.
Mm-hmm. And just now you mentioned about the business partner as a Tamil person. So would you like to elaborate on that story, how you became the business partner?
Well, Kesavan came to work for us a number of years ago, and I got to know him then, and he showed an interest in being a business partner. Mm-hmm. And when he showed an interest, there was no hesitation, because of who he is as a person. I mean, a great son, a great father, a great husband, and a wonderful partner. I can't say enough about him. I love him like a son, and I have no idea where our business would be today without him. I could go on and on at length about Kesavan. Mm-hmm. When he showed an interest in being a partner, like I said, there was no hesitation. This was an automatic for me, and for Boston Pizza. And I can tell you this, that we've grown as a business, over the last 3.5 years incredibly, and it's not because of me, it's because of Kesavan. Oh. And he has the ability to put a team together, and now even Boston Pizza has recognized this. In the beginning, franchisors, they oftentimes they don't want to change things and they want to see things proven, but I can tell you Kesavan's proved himself not only to our community, our restaurant, but to Boston Pizza, and we're just renewing our franchise agreement now for 10 years, and they've put him on the franchise agreement. He's a franchisee, and they know how important he is to our business in Whitchurch Stouffville and Boston Pizza. They just totally applaud him. I can tell you this, that every time there's a menu change and a food show, our RBM oversees 14 stores, and that show is not anywhere else but in Whitchurch Stouffville, and it's only because of one person, and it's Kesavan. It's a huge burden to him, but a huge compliment to him.
Great. So what about the inclusion of women and youth in City Hall?
That's awesome. Like you talked about the Tamil community, about what we're going to do for them. We strongly would commit to endorsing a community center, a seniors home, and equal opportunity to work at the municipal office and in businesses. And I know this much, that the Tamil community with equal opportunity, they are going to be a tremendous asset, and they're going to flourish because of their honesty, their dedication, their hard work, and their commitment and desire. They will flourish and make our community a much better place.
Perfect. There is a vision. So how approachable you will be in case if you get selected for the people with their problems and everything?
Yeah, that's something that in our community that needs to change. That's been somewhat shut off, and the information hasn't flowed between the people of our community and the mayor and council and to our directors. We have experts that work at the municipal office that are there to guide us, and we need to have an open door policy with the people of our community and with full transparency, have those communications and include them in every decision. We need to make them a part of it. It's their community, it's their town, and they have significant input into it because, so many of them are so passionate about their community, and they have tremendous insights. A lot of successful people live in Stouffville and have great ideas, and we need to include them in that.
Great. So just in the last, there's a small rapid fire. Just mention whatever first thing comes to your mind when I mention some names or some things. So first is Doug Ford.
Hope to meet him and have a relationship with him.
Legalization of cannabis.
That's a federal government decision, and there'll be interesting concerns in our community as far as it goes, but the main thing for me is safety and insulate and protect our children.
Perfect. Stouffville?
A great community.
Yes. Hockey?
Love of my life.
Canada?
Love Canada, beautiful country. We're blessed to be able to live in a country like this.
Immigrants?
Like I said, embracing diversity, and they have a lot to offer, and they're an important part of our country.
Youth?
That's our future, and we need to invest in them. They're the leaders of tomorrow.
Tamil community in Stouffville?
Like I said, tremendous asset to our community because of who they are, what they're all about. Just tremendous moral fiber. Like Kesavan has said to me, our word is good, and I've witnessed that with the Tamil people. You don't need a contract, you need a handshake, and that's all you need with them.
And last, Mayor Election 2018, Stouffville.
I would encourage everybody to get out and vote. Not enough people take municipal politics serious, and they need to get out and vote.
Well, thank you, Keith, so much for being with us today and sharing your plans and vision with us. TVI wishes you all the best.
I'd like to thank TVI and CMR for having me on today. And I'd just like to say, get out and vote, and I hope I can count on your support. Thank you.
So here we were in conversation with Keith, mayoral candidate for Stouffville, where we came to know about his journey from NHL champ to a businessman and then now a mayoral candidate. We explored his vision of a perfect city, his plans to make Stouffville a better city to live in. He told us why he thinks people should vote for him and his views about the contribution of diverse community, especially Tamils. TVI wishes him all the best.